Welcome back to our channel. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we shall support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, to make and put the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He said, Japan disgraced Buhari impostor that they would never supply weapons to the Fulani Nigerian government that will be used against innocent Biafrans instead of Boko Haram and Fulani terrorist bandits, which they intend to use it. You know, that is the lie the Fulani Nigerian government always tell the international community. They use Boko Haram and Fulani terrorist bandits to acquire weapons, whereas they are amassing weapons because Buhari impostor wants to have a war with Biafra and the rest of Nigeria if they refuse to allow the Fulani Janjaweed have their way. Buhari impostor disgraced by the Japanese government when the Fulani Nigerian government begged for military weapon and supply. The Japanese government refused to sell weapons because no responsible government will sell weapons to terrorist regime like Nigeria with horrible human rights records. The weapon will end up being used to wipe out innocent civilians like they are doing in Biafra land. Also, some of these weapons will be given to the Fulani terrorists to use for their kidnapping and killing businesses. A country where civil protests and freedom fighting with zero violence is treated with a barrage of live bullets rained on poor unarmed youths who are shot to death and no question is asked, and they blame it on Eastern Security Network or IPOB, a country where military and police operatives can shoot citizens at the checkpoint, especially in Biafra land, and the case ends at there. The Japanese government said that they will be mad to sell weapons to terrorist Fulani Nigerian government that will use it to kill innocent Biafrans. According to the Japanese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Kazuyushi Matsunaga, he said the Japanese government could not have supplied any military equipment to Nigeria due to the limitation of the Nigerian military regulation, coupled with the indictment by CSP John Bull, the police chief, that exposed the Nigerian army collaboration with Fulani terrorist activities in Biafra land, as well as a Methodist cleric that also exposed the Nigerian army as aiding Fulani terrorists in Biafra land. In Japan, the Japanese media are reporting the activities of Fulani terrorism in Nigeria, especially in the northeast and northwest region. And the Japanese media knows that the Biafran land insecurity is caused by the Fulani Nigerian government. They are responsible for it. Everyone knows that. The Japanese ambassador said that they can only help Nigeria get out of poverty and help to develop Nigeria economically, and not to supply weapons that will end up in the hands of Fulani terrorist bandits and Boko Haram terrorists. According to reports, a cleric identified as Apostle Delight Uzo has been stabbed in the chest by Fulani terrorist killer herdsmen. Uzo, according to reports, was attacked alongside some of his friends in Umuahia, Abia State. He was said to have been stabbed in the chest and stomach and is currently receiving treatment at an undisclosed hospital. Another pastor, Uche Okoro, and his wife were abducted by these Fulani terrorist attackers. Can the Southeast governors, with the military and police force, claim to be ignorant of the invasion of the Fulani terrorist bandits in Igbo land, who are housed in the various military bases in Biafra land? Can they, claim ignorance? The answer is no. They know what the BUHARI impostor is doing. Apostle º, who was butchered and stabbed at the heart and stomach by Fulani terrorist bandits, just close to Umuahia on Saturday night. He and one other escaped half dead, while others were kidnapped. Pastor Uche Okoro and his wife. Daily, Abia State University students are being kidnapped and some others killed. I can now vividly say that the so-called unknown gunmen are Fulani jihadists, terrorists. The prelate of the Methodist Church also confirmed that his kidnapping was by Fulani terrorists. Let us pray for Apostle º and he and other 3 pastors who were kidnapped by Fulani terrorist killer herdsmen on their way back from Umuahia. He was stabbed mercilessly. He escaped as Pastor Uche Okoro was kidnapped. He and his wife were later released after 1.1 million naira ransom with deep wound. Nigeria is finished. I don't know what else to say. One thing I will say is that Biafra restoration is ÇụkwuokikeAbiama's mandate, and it must surely come to pass. It must come to pass. The Fulani Nigerian government cannot do anything to stop Biafran restoration. Biafra must be free. If the Fulani Janjaweed likes it or not, let them continue. The whole world knows that the Fulani Janjaweed and the Fulani Nigerian government and their terrorists are the one causing problems in Nigeria. Selling weapons to the Fulani Nigerian government is not helping matters because they will turn those guns against innocent protesters and innocent armless freedom fighters. They will not use those guns, those weapons, against Fulani terrorists who are ravaging the whole of Nigeria because they are their foot soldiers. Imagine housing them in military barracks in Biafra land so that they could evade attacks from Eastern Security Network. They carry them in convoy, fully armed convoy, take them to their cattle markets, where they now plan all their evil atrocities. It is from their cattle markets that they go to kidnap Biafrans, they go to kill Biafrans, and it is from the cattle markets they disguise as unknown gunmen to cause havoc in Biafra land. But that has come to an end. It has come to an end. It has come to an end because Biafra must be restored. And we Biafrans, we can no longer allow these Fulani terrorists to continue with their atrocities in Biafra land. And that is why the BUHARI impostor and the Fulani Caliphate are plotting to ensure that the Fulani Janjaweed are in power perpetually in order to preserve the gain that the evil, demonic BUHARI impostor has made in Nigeria in their Fulanization agenda. But that has to come to an end. It has to come to an end because Biafra restoration and freedom is God's mandate, and it must surely come to pass. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.